Hello everyone and welcome back to the land of Nope and Gory. Once again, just want to give a quick thank you to all the people who have subscribed to the channel and pledged their support and left comments. It's really encouraging to see so many people migrating over, no pun intended, from Paz's channel to mine. And I'm looking forward to the future making content for all you people. Now, today's video, this is kind of last minute because I was going to do a video about something to do with David Lammy and the Labour Party and the rampant hypocrisy that runs wild in the Labour Party. But that can wait until tomorrow because this has kind of just popped up to me out of nowhere. I didn't know this was going on. And it's concerning Sweden. I suppose you guess that by the picture on the screen. But yeah, so it turns out that in Sweden, there is now more than one explosion a day in Sweden related to gang violence. There's been 32 blasts recorded so far in 2025, with an average of more than one per day. And, well, how do I put this? The background of the people involved in this gang violence and these blasts, I don't think I need to spell it out, what their background is. They're not Swedish people. Let's put it that way. I think that should be enough. But yeah, Sweden, I mean, before they bought into all this mass immigration, European Union, woke rubbish, it was one of the safest countries in the world. It was a beautiful country to be in, to live in, to visit, whatever reason you had for going there, whether you live there or you were visiting there, it was just a beautiful country to visit. It was like what Iceland is still like now. Iceland is a very safe country because they've rejected the immigration thing. I mean, mothers leave their babies outside shops in their prams whilst they go in and shop in Iceland, because they know that no freaky non-EU migrant is going to come and kidnap their child. Sweden used to be like that, but now it's not, and they're really suffering from it because police have arrested 50 individuals in 25 different cases, including bomb makers and perpetrators, and also gang leaders operating from abroad so far this year. There's been 5 separate blasts on Tuesday alone. Incidents in the town of Khartorp, Bagarmossen, Astaberg, and Upplands Bro. Yep, and some repeated attacks in the same locations. And this apparently is now a normal thing in Sweden. Explosions, bomb explosions related to gang violence is a normal occurrence. As I said, 32 recorded blasts so far in 2025 alone. It's the 31st of January, and the article that I got all this information from was published on the 29th of January. So, yeah, 29 days into 2025, and they've already recorded 32 gang-related bomb blasts in Sweden. I mean, I absolutely hate seeing how this woke immigration stuff is ruining so many different countries. Japan is the one that gets to me the most because Japanese people are really traditional, cultural people. You know, they're the sort of people, they're very similar to British people or what we used to be like 100 years ago. And when I see what's happening over there, it really annoys me. And it's a similar thing with Sweden. It's used to be a peaceful country, a safe country, and now it's like this. More than one gang-related bomb blast a day so far this year. It's just unbelievable that this is even happening. And hand grenade attacks more than doubled last year in 2024. There was 22 recorded grenade attacks by mid-October, and that was up from 9 at the same time in 2023. And that's from the Police National Bomb Data Centre. And the Swedish Customs Administration reported a spike in the number of hand grenades seized at the border, 30 so far by mid-October again in 2024. And then there's the article that I've just been reading from about the gang-related blasts. So that's what's going on in Sweden. And a guest lecturer at Malmö University and senior fellow at Lund University warned that Sweden had become the bombing capital of Europe and was second only to Mexico as the top country in the world not currently at war to experience the most bombings on its territory. So that's where Sweden's at now. It's second only to Mexico as the country experiencing the most bomb attacks on its soil, on its territory, when not actively being engaged in a war with another country. And this is a direct result of the mass immigration into Sweden, thanks to the, well, there's no other word for it, the communist administration that was controlling the country up until the latest administration was elected. Am I right in thinking that, or has that changed again since since it happened? It is still a conservative government in Sweden, right? But anyway, they've got a real problem here now. They've got to deal with this. I mean, the last story I heard about Sweden was a story of a dad and his two kids being stabbed on their way to going swimming. He was taking his two sons swimming, and an immigrant just ran up to them in the streets and stabbed all three of them. That's the last major migrant-related incident I heard of happening in Sweden. And then this popped up today. So, yeah, things, I suppose you could say, it's getting out of control. I mean, you must have seen the videos of cars being set on fire and firebombs being thrown in the streets in Sweden over the last year or so. That was a big thing on social media. I remember seeing a lot of that. But, yeah, I just wanted to highlight that because I think it's absolutely crazy. A country like Sweden just suddenly finding itself in a situation where bomb attacks are a normal everyday occurrence now. 32 blasts recorded so far by the 29th of January. It's absolutely ridiculous. I just can't even believe I'm saying that about a country like Sweden. I mean, you can't think of a more peaceful people, can you? They've always seemed like such a peaceful, almost pacifist type race of people. And now this is what they're dealing with, thanks to mass migration. Obviously, we're dealing with our own problems as a result of mass migration. But that's what Sweden's dealing with. The only saving grace from this is that it is gang-related, so it's not immigrants going out and just throwing grenades at random people or random children or people that they don't know. But still, it's like if you said that about the knife crime epidemic here in the UK. You can't exactly say, oh, well, it's only gangsters stabbing other gangsters. Well, no, at the end of the day, it's still young people killing each other in the street. And as you know from the first video that I published on this channel, sometimes it can affect people who have nothing to do with that world, as it did with Leo Ross. So eventually this is going to get out of control. They're going to get it wrong and kill someone who isn't involved in that world at all. So that's the video for today. Yeah, Sweden is currently experiencing a highly elevated rate of bombings related to gang violence. Where are they even getting these bombs from? How do you get a bomb into Sweden, a grenade into Sweden? I don't understand it. Bombs, a small munitions legal there? I don't understand. I don't know the laws in Sweden, but I'm pretty sure that you can't just buy a grenade and then go and throw it at somebody. But there you go. Yeah, leave your thoughts in the comments. Is this the first you're hearing about this, or do you know about this already? Who knows? But if any of you were planning a holiday this year and Sweden was one of the potential destinations that you were going for, just be careful. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back again with a new video soon. Take care. Good night.